All right, one of the big QB storylines or team storylines going into 2023 is going to be the Detroit Lions, right? This was a team that had a little bit of buzz last year, feel like they've built up their roster. They've got another year under Dan Campbell, and they're building it the right way. They've added some really good pieces, both on offense and on defense. And remember, this was a team that just missed out on the playoffs, but had to go into Lambeau Field to stop the Green Bay Packers from having an opportunity to get into the playoffs. And they were able to show up in that game and get a big win in that game. So we're going to break down that tape, take a look at Jared Goff. I've always thought Jared Goff was much better than he's gotten credit for, already leading his team to the Super Bowl. And yes, a lot of pieces around him in the right system. I believe he is a really, really good quarterback. Maybe not a guy that can carry you with his right arm, but you put good pieces around him. I believe he's one of the better quarterbacks in the National Football League. Let's dive into the tape and let me show you what I see from Jared Goff. So again, this is the last game of the year. Lions just missing out on the playoffs due to some circumstances. Packers having a chance to win this game and get into the playoffs. Of course, Detroit playing outside in the cold. Can they win a game like this against the best team in the division? All of that sort of stuff. But this was a game that I thought kind of showed where the Lions are going. All right, and so these are the things that Jared Goff does really, really well. Okay, we're going to bring pressure right here. We're going to have a hot situation with an empty set there. That's their hot guy. Find your hot throw. Get the ball out of your hands. Bang. Nice job. But, right, this is what you got to do. You get it out of your hands. You make the right decision, but you got to make these kinds of throws, right? You got to be able to make these kinds of things if you work into that elite category. And that's probably the one thing that I see missing with Jared Goff is he makes a lot of plays. He makes a lot of throws, but he doesn't make all the throws he's supposed to make. Okay, nice little situation right here. A little hook in here. I'm going to run number 2 on a hook. Probably some sort of stop out here. Unless it's a rolled corner, he may convert it over to this side. But nice job here by Jared Goff. Crumbling pocket, got pressure coming. Sees soft player right here. Anticipates. Lets this ball go. But again, right? One of those throws, not easy. Pressure, right? Tough look. Got to anticipate and throw it. And we just miss again to the outside. So these are the things when we look at the tape that we want to see. These are the things when we look at the tape that we want to see Jared Goff get better at. I want to see him make the throws that he's got to be able to make to lead his team to that next level. Okay, another situation here. We're going to go to a 4-strong situation here. So I'm not really sure what we're trying to do. So we got a corner, okay? We've got a hook, and we've got a swing. So those are things that you'll see a lot of times, even in a 4-strong type look. But then they're going to chip this guy, and he falls here. I'm not really sure what they're trying to do with this guy. I'd like to see him outside further, chip back to the inside, and then show me what you're trying to do. We got everything overloaded to the strong side, so maybe he's coming back to the weak side here, but just don't like the spacing of this particular route. When you get 4 strong, what do you expect? You expect them to push over to the strong side. So if that's the case, we've got to have a way to counteract it now. They're going to drop the safety down here, and they've got a one-on-one. I don't know if this is supposed to be a post. Doesn't really look like a go route. So I see what Jared Goff sees right here is they've pushed everything. They're dropping to the backside. I get my one-on-one over here, but just I'm not sure, again, not sure what we're trying to do. Okay, you see the rotation. Now you got to see your receiver. If this receiver is supposed to be running a post, you don't got it, right? Bad leverage. Why are we trying to drive a post in there against this? If anything, throw it up over the top. Maybe he can adjust that way. Otherwise, get over to this other side. Again, not sure what this guy's supposed to do, but find your check down instead of just trying to make a throw in there that's really not had no chance from the get-go once I see my receiver with bad leverage. All right. So here coming back, the play, it looks like they're going to go like this. Then they've got this choice concept over here. Choice inside, outside to this side. Okay, so come back, right? Nice job by the Packers of playing cover two. So they've got a guy inside out. They've got a corner. All right. Now, I like teaching moments as well, not just for Jared Goff, for all of us, though. When I see something like this, if I'm a receiver running back right here, I want to get wide and I want to attack the outside guy. And I need to know that because I know that my secondary receiver is running out there. So my first scenario is I want to try to use up the outside defender. I want to break outside if there's any chance of that. So I can, worst case scenario, get a high-low over here. So Jared Goff comes out. I'm not sure what he's expecting here, but I think he's expecting him to hook, if nothing else. But again, I would rather this guy widen, widen, widen. Okay, so if you widen and this guy drops off, you've got great leverage to break outside off of this guy. Okay, if you widen even more and you attack that outside guy and you feel he gets outside of you and there's another guy inside, you can hook it right there and you leave space from the inside guy to get open. Problem here is he doesn't get enough width. He goes right in between both of them. Now Jared Goff, again, I think he expects him to hook, but now he breaks to the inside while this guy's breaking outside, and it allows both to some degree to be covered, right? See what happens? He falls off because he goes back to the inside. Now this guy drives on the inside. Now it puts us in a little bit of a bind here, and we missed this throw again, right? Like to see Jared, and you see he kind of hesitates right there, arm up. Oh, expected it. Now I'm a little bit late. Now we miss it, right? So big game, and we've already missed our first 4 throws in this game, okay? Some were missed throws, some were bad decisions. That one, to me, was a bad decision by the back. All right, so coming into this first 4 throws, missed the first 4 throws, different reasons, right? Some missed throws by Jared Goff's. All right, so big game on the road that we need to win, or we want to win to stop our guys from, going to the playoffs. Now we've already missed our first 4 throws. A couple misses by Jared Goff, right? Didn't really like that decision or that, how that was taught on the last play. But we got to come out and we got to find ways to get completions in this game. Okay? So come back. Let's do something easy, right? We missed our first 4. Let's do something easy. We're going to run what we call an out situation. So we've got an out and a stick coming. Looking to see this guy off coverage on the outside. Now I come out. As long as this guy doesn't buzz hard outside of me, boom, I'm taking it. I like it. Get back, put your foot in the ground, get a completion, right? Get something going good for you on the other side, right? We've got a hook, an in, and a swing over here to this side. So if you work back over here, we get this guy to move, this guy to move. Now we can isolate this guy with a hook and an in to that side. Obviously, Jared Goff didn't need it here, but I like it. Go get yourself a completion. Nice throw. Settle in. And now let's play some ball. Okay. Not really sure what we're trying to do on this play. Inside go route from there. We're going to have 2 guys kind of push up in here. One go here, one come across, and then the other guy's going to run a hook there. So we're not really isolating anybody. Again, not really sure what we're trying to do here. Everybody's kind of going to a different spot. Yet Jared Goff standing in there, delivers a nice throw, right? You see it? Grabbed here. Okay, we got coverage. We've got coverage, and then you got somebody coming across with two bodies over here, right? Not really anybody to read. Got to just make a throw. Jared Goff does a nice job of wrapping it around that backer and making a play. Okay, so situation right here, hook, hook, out, all right, and then we've got just a one-on-one back here. So he comes out and he looks backside, thinks he's going to have a one-on-one, be a little bit leery with this safety back here, chance to roll, but nonetheless, he comes and looks backside, doesn't have it, does a nice job of working back off of it, right? Look at this guy one, and then work back across, kind of a pure progression right there. Does a nice job of getting it back to his guy. Not a great throw right there. I like to see you bring your feet a little bit more, kind of falling back on this one, but I like the way that he works through it, starting to make some plays. All right, so coming back, looks like we've got a deep hook here, trying to clear this out. We've got a hook and an in back to that side. All right, so when we get cover two look like this, really what we'd like to do is get a guy down the middle to clear out this linebacker, okay? Then what I don't like about this, again, is spacing, details offensively. I'd like to see him push out, push up, and then run the in, because we want to hold that window there so we can read this defender. Same thing happens on this check down. This check down goes too tight in here by the hash, and everything gets cluttered right here. So you see it, right? So you see we're trying to run it in, and then the underneath guy is right here, so we've cluttered all of this up right here. Okay, the biggest thing is I'd like to see this guy get outside this linebacker. Okay, you get outside that linebacker, we force him to get some width, and then when he gets some width, we open up the window for the end. If he stays and drops inside, now you've put yourself in an open position. Jared Goff looking over there first, gets cloudy, comes back here, and there really isn't anything back here because we've got, this isn't what I would normally read against cover two, because we've got a guy to cover both. But as he comes back here, corner drops with a lot of depth, great. Just dump it off right there. Not a good look front side, just go get yourself a completion. All right, so now he's rolling a little bit, making good decisions, right? That's a third down, third and long. You want to throw it down the field, but we get a check down. Check downs can get first downs. Let you guys do some work for you. Right there, we go and get a first down on a simple little swing because it was the right read, right? They got depth. We drop it underneath. Now we have a chance. This is something that I think Jared Goff does well. This is what he did in LA when they went to the Super Bowl in his first few years. Hard play action. Keep it simple on the outside, right? We got a couple different routes going here on the outside, and then we got checkdowns. We're not making him overthink, not making him play too fast. Come back, pick your guy, okay? And even here, doesn't have great leverage here. Corner sitting outside on the corner route, but steps up, does a nice job of driving this throw on his receiver, right? You see that? He doesn't lead his receiver way out here so the DB gets the advantage. He throws it back right at the body of his guy, allowing his guy to adjust and come back to the football. Boom, gets himself a completion. So he misses his first four, comes back here, and has nailed, I think, his next 4 or 5 in this game. Just starting to deal a little bit, starting to get comfortable, play well. It's kind of stuff that you need if you're going to make a run. A lot of people believe Detroit can be one of those top 4 or 5 teams in the NFC. You're going to need that consistent quarterback play. All right, so here we go again. We got that basic choice route. Again, we got the corner, and then we've got the choice here. Okay, so this is the difference from the last one, right? Last one, didn't get quite as much width. Here he's attacking the corner a little bit more. Corner falls off. He stays wide, so nobody from the inside can come get him. Boom, see it? Get the ball out of your hands. Keep getting completions. Keep moving the football. Sometimes the best decision is the check down, right? Is the short throw. Here, good decision. They're trying to play soft, long yardage situation. Take it, right? That was 3rd and long. Okay, we'll get inside the 30-yard line. Maybe that 7-8 yards sets us up for a field goal. Play the play that you've been given. All right. Again, details right here. All right. So they drop down to this side. What we're looking for is a quarterback. So we're going to run an in and we're going to run a hook. Okay. I got 2 inside breaking routes. When I got 2 inside breaking routes, what am I looking for? I'm looking for how many underneath defenders do I have to that side. This safety's dropping in. This guy's already there. Don't like it. Not a cover 3 beater to that side now. You might say, well, I think they're playing man. Okay, even with that, not a great man beating play, although they double this and the throw would be back behind it here if you're going to this side. See it, puts it to his outside number, gets a completion. Good accurate throw to the outside number away from the defenders, but that's probably the throw that you would want to take in this type of situation, but maybe it's one of those and it looks like it. This guy coming, maybe he thinks he's hot here. He's got to get it out of his hands, even though the center is turning back to that side. Should have it picked up, but deal it once again. Hey, see it? Get the ball out of your hands. Good placement with the football. Get another completion. All right, so just mirrored routes here. Okay, what do we mean by mirrored? Exact same on both sides. Corner route, out route, corner route, out route. Really comes down to pick a side. Pick a side. I really like this against cover 2, but you see they're not going back to cover 2. Extra defender down to this side. Okay, got no problem with him coming down here to right. Anyways, I like details. I told you that over and over again. Here's my problem when you run these. When you run straight up at a defender and you don't threaten a defender in any way and then break out, it's so easy for them to hold in that position and then break on it and make it tough. What I like to do is I like to stem release. So I like to go outside, get outside so you gain leverage, then push vertical. So when you go outside, this guy starts to move. Then when you push vertical, now his weight has to start going backwards. Once that happens, that's where we get the opportunity to separate to the outside. Instead, you see it, right? Come back, don't threaten him. He's sitting, and he breaks on this. Now he gets a chance to break the football up. Even though good decision looks like a good football, just route doesn't push or affect that defender. All right, so start of the game, struggled a little bit. Big time moments, struggled a little bit. That's been part of his MO throughout his career, all the way back to the Super Bowl, right? Struggled in some of those big moments, wasn't able to necessarily carry his team. But I liked how he settled in, got better and better, through the first part of the game. Now, will that continue? Can he continue to make those key plays in the game? We'll pick that up in part 2.